Alright, so the weather's finally coming around, and it's time to get this dash pad wrapped. This is going to be the fabric that I'm working with. It is a, oh, what are we doing here? Where's my hand at? Oh, and follow that guy. There we go. A marine grade vinyl. We're going to try and wrap that around this. I need to give it a quick wipe down, and then we're going to apply some of this, what do we got here? Permatex heavy duty headliner adhesive. I would think it'll be strong enough, but who knows, we won't know until we get there. So, you know, let's get this thing wiped down and then, you know, start wrapping, and hopefully it works out. I'm probably going to pull out my heat gun as well, just in case I need to stretch any areas, but we'll take it from there. So as you're going to notice, most of this video is just going to be a time lapse. It's just difficult to record and express what's going on when I wasn't even entirely sure how it was going to work out. So kind of follow along. I'll do a little commentary on what was going on as I did it, and we'll see how it turned out in the end. Right here you can see I just finished wiping it down, and I'm trying to get the basic idea of the size of the fabric that I'm going to need before I start spraying it. And I did that, and later on we'll find out that I actually cut too short of a piece, and I had to cut another piece, which was unfortunate considering the price. I began spraying the part itself. The camera mount kept failing, unfortunately, so some of the videos are kind of cut out. So right here I am wrapping the corner. Something I found out is that the easiest for me to do is by doing the area with the most curves first, because that was going to cause the most wrinkles, and I can try to even out some of the others as I progress through the part. I'm trying to stretch it as much as I can within reason, while getting through some of those curves and still pulling enough to get to the back of it. Even in the final part, you'll see that there are some wrinkles and some little bends that I'm hoping won't be seen too much, but we'll kind of go through and identify those and see if they're going to be an issue going forward. Alright, so this is the final product, essentially, more or less. And you can see some of the areas where there was some trouble. So right here, there's a little bit of wrinkling, and I might be able to get rid of that in the future by using the heat gun and kind of doing some cycles on it and massaging it out as I go through, because I can feel them kind of go down. It's just kind of, I probably pulled too much this way as I was applying it, and that's where those came from. This I'm not too worried about. It's going to be pretty much tucked in the back. I can kind of see on here there's a little bit of a bubble, as well as on the front, this wrinkle here. You can feel a little bit of air in there, and I don't care for that. But as you see, I wrapped it on the back, and that's going to be really hard to pull that. What I may do is try to make a tiny little slit, get some adhesive in there, and then clamp it down and see if I can squeeze it down that way. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that out otherwise. You can see there's another wrinkle in there. I'm not sure I'll be able to get that out just because it's on that curve, and there's got to be somewhere where it's going to give. Same thing with that. So on the back here, it looks really ugly. But again, this is going to be the back. It's going to be kind of tucked away. So let's see if we can get a better angle here. So that's going to be as it sits on the dash, coming around the dash, and this is going to be way tucked into the front, so you might not see any of that, and that's kind of what I'm hoping on. Here's the other side of that. Again, there's some wrinkles that I think these will be able to massage out once I get a little bit of heat gun going. Again, some of those uglier ones that I don't particularly care for, and looks like some adhesive that got stuck there. And you can kind of see that one right there. I actually had to cut it because there was so much excess fabric that I just kind of had to overlap it in a couple areas just to get around this whole bend. Something else that I did, in a way to hold it taut, is when I wrapped it and brought it around, I actually punctured through into the studs that were there. and hopefully it's not going to interfere with when I go to mount it, but that was a good way to hold this in place as I continue to wrap it. Now, some of this back I'm probably going to have to clean up just so it sits nice and tight against the dash when I get to that point, but overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And it matches the color of my lower pad or lower dash pretty well. So as a whole, I'm pretty happy with it. There we go. Not the same color, but I mean, once it's in the car, you probably aren't going to tell the difference, and it's kind of a one-off color, so I like it. I'm happy with it. Next, it's time to start really getting into that floor pan that's been a big issue for so long. Let's take a look at it. No lighting in at the moment. Wherever that flashlight is. Hold on, actually, let me get that so we can get a better perspective on what we're going to be dealing with here. So I got to clean some of that off and see how deep that is. I may or may not have to do some repairs there. I think this is going to be good for the most part under there, but once I clean that rust and get rid of some of these pinholes that are in there from screws that they used to hold down their carpet, we'll really get a better idea of that. I know you can kind of see a pinhole right there. That's going to have to be assessed. There's a couple areas in there. I'll take that off and clean that up. Hopefully it's not tucked too far back where I can't get a good weld in there. And then I'm sure there's some on the driver's side as well. You can see another pan that they put back there. I'm going to cut it out with my right angle or my cutoff tool and weld in some new metal that I have. And then the biggest one is going to be in the trunk pan. There's a number of areas in there that are pretty bad, and it kind of goes around that curve. We'll see if need be, I'll get rid of that curve itself that sits back there. But first things first, I'm going to have to get the gas tank out just so I don't blow anything up. I'll remove some of the fuel lines that are in the way, and then I can start really hacking into it. I may or may not replace some of the fuel lines while I'm there with some black braided that I'm getting a pretty good deal on, but you know me, I like to mess with things once I get there and put myself further and further into a hole. So, but that's the next task. Should be getting started on that pretty quickly. Stick with me and we'll get this thing going. You know, I'd love to get it on the road at least sometime to this year, but that's easier said than done. Work is slowing down, so that means less money for parts, but that means more time to work on stuff. So, you know, hang out with me and we'll get this thing running eventually. Thanks, guys. Take care.